This video should help you when you're converting between standard and word form of whole numbers. So I'm going to start with converting from word to standard. So up here I have my number written in word form, 3,642,914. Down below I have the steps that I would do. I'm going to put big bloody commas on the comma words. Thousand, million, billion. You probably don't have to remember any more than that. The next one would be trillion and quadrillion. Remember, there must be 3-digit chunks after each comma. So let me put my big bloody commas. I see the word thousand, big bloody comma right there. Million, big bloody comma there. This number doesn't go big enough for billion, which is going to happen a lot probably. So now, when I go to write the number, I just write it in chunks. So before this first comma, I see 3. And then my comma for million. The next section, 642, just like you're on page 642 of a book. This big bloody comma stands for 1,000. And at the end, I have another 3-digit chunk, 914. So when I get done and I read it, 3,642,914. Notice we're not going to have the word and in here anywhere because and is where the decimal point goes. Try this one, big bloody commas. I got 1,000, million, and this time I also have billion. So I'm starting my chunk out here. I got a 34, comma for billion. And I just have 5. But remember, my number has to be a 3-digit chunk. So for me to write 5 as 3 digits, I really need to write it 005, comma for million. Next chunk says 60. Remember, it has to be a 3-digit chunk. So I'm writing it as 060, comma for 1,000. And my last chunk is 500. Try another one. Put the big bloody commas on 1,000 and million. Write my chunks, 14, million, 903, that would be 903, comma for 1,000, and then we got 26. Remember, it has to be a 3-digit chunk. So 26 gets written as 026. Let you try a couple out. You just stop the video, and when you're ready to check your answer, you can see me doing the problem with you. Big bloody comma on 1,000, big bloody comma on million. 1, comma for million, 58. Remember, it's got to be a 3-digit chunk, so it's going to be 058. Comma for 1,000. I got 607, 607, 607. Try the next one out. Big bloody comma on million, big bloody comma on billion, and I almost skipped that big bloody comma on 1,000. So let's do our chunks. We got 19, comma for billion, 700. That's easy, 700, comma for million. We just got a 9. Remember, it has to be a 3-digit chunk, so that's 009. If he was a spy. Comma for 1,000. I got 24. 024. Big bloody commas on 1,000 and on million. 2 for my first section, comma for million. I just got 20, 3-digit chunk, so it's got to be 020. And then my last chunk's 200, which would be 200. Big bloody commas on 1,000, million, billion. Write my chunks. 5 billion, 70, so that would be 070. So it has to be a 3-digit chunk. 410, 410, comma for 1,000, and I got 89, 089. And you're probably getting tired of me saying 3-digit chunks. But if you don't put the zeros in to make them a 3-digit chunk, you would totally change your number. For example, on this one, if I just said, I can't write 5 billion, 70, 410, and then 89. That's not the same number as I have here because I didn't put the 0 in front of the 8 here. This comma is not here anymore. It's going to get moved over. And then this comma is not here anymore and gets moved over. So you can see it's going to totally change what my answer is. This time we're doing it in reverse. I'm giving you the standard, and you have to write the word. For me, the easiest way to do this is where you see the big bloody commas up here, I'm going to write the abbreviations for them. TH for thousand, that's my first comma. M for millions, that's my second comma. And if I had a third comma over here someplace, I would put a B for billions. And then I start at the left, and I just write exactly what I would say. So when I see that chunk, 1, 4, oh, that's really 14. This M for the comma means million. Go to this middle chunk, 285. If that was a page number, how would you say it? 285. And then I got my next comma, which is 1,000. And finally, that last chunk, 019, that's just 19. So altogether, my number would be 14,285,019. Basically, you just write it the same way that you would say it. And you make sure that you put the comma words in for million, thousand, billion. So here we go. First comma should be my TH. Second comma is my million. Third comma is my billion. We just start out. I got 2 billion. 008 is just 8 million. Next 3-digit chunk, 307. Notice I did not say the word and. 307. Thousand is my next comma. And then my last chunk, 106, is 106. Try another one. Here we go. First comma is 1,000. Second comma is million. Check out my chunks. 505 is really 505. Comma's million. Next 3-digit chunk, 094 is really 94. Notice I'm going to put a hyphen in there, a dash in between, and I wrote the word dash. Put the dash in there for 94. All of the numbers between 21 and 99 would have them there, other than the ones that are multiples of 10. After 94, my next thing would be the comma for 1,000. And at the end, 250 is really 250. Now you can stop the video, you try them out, and then just check your answers. We got 1,000 and a million. So we're starting with 6 million. 060 is 60. 1,000. This last chunk is 600. Big one. We got thousands. We got millions. We got billions. Must be how many hamburgers McDonald's sold today. First chunk, 40 billion. Next chunk, 950 million. That's my next comma. 3 thousand, and then my last chunk, 402. Supposed to be writing words. 402. Let's try another one out. We got thousands and we got millions. 2 million. 509. 1,000. And my last chunk, 640. We got thousands, so we got millions again. 290. Million. Middle chunk is 92. Thousand. And then my last chunk, 209. And you may have noticed I kept using the same digits, 29 and 0, 092, 209, just to show that the order of the digits would matter. Hopefully this video helped you with writing numbers in standard and word form.